So this is 6.2 video number 2, and I have the notes that match what you guys have now. So I'm going to redo this example probably a little quicker because it is pretty much the same that I just did for you. I did 3 to the 2x, this is 3 to the 3x, but very similar. And what you want to put in your notes for this is that when you have a fraction, so you're solving these problems, as soon as you see your fraction, remind yourself you're going to have a negative exponent show up. Okay, and then when you start it, you want to look at it and ignore that this is in a fraction for a minute and ask yourself, can I write 27 as 3 to the something? So if you go to your cheat sheet and you go down the 3 to the x column, you'll see that 3 to the 1 is 3, 3 to the 2 is 9, 3 to the third is 27. So I'm going to rewrite this 27 as 3 to the third. Left side of the equal sign, keep it the same for now. And then remember what the deal is. If I have this base with an exponent and it has a positive exponent, if I take the reciprocal, the exponent will become negative. So I end up with 3 to the negative 3 on the right side and 3 to the 3x on the left. Now technically I have a 1 here, right? But when you are dividing by 1, that doesn't change your answer. So 1 on the bottom, it's okay to just get rid of it. So now I have base 3 raised to the negative 3, base 3 to the 3x. So I can ignore my bases and say my exponents are equal. Solve for x, divide both sides by 3, x equals negative 1. Okay? Alright, now this one is also kind of a unique one. You want to say on this one, write yourself a note that you're going to have to change both bases. So here's how this would go. You would get this and you'd say, oh, base 8, base 32. Can I write 32 as 8 to the something? So if you go to your 8 to the x column on your cheat sheet, you're going to see that 8 to the 1 is 8 and 8 to the 2 is 64. So we're already past 32. So now what you want to do is you want to find a column in your cheat sheet that has somewhere in it both an 8 and a 32. And the column that has both an 8 and a 32 is 2, the base 2 to the power of something. So 2 to the 1 is 2, 2 to the 2 is 4, 2 to the 3 is 8, and 2 to the 5 is 32. So I'm going to rewrite both of these bases, and I'm going to rewrite both as a base 2. So 8 is the same as 2 to the third. Wrap it up in parentheses. The 8 already had an exponent of 3x, so make sure you include that. 32 is the same as 2 to the 5th power. So now I have common bases. On the left I have a power to a power, so I'm going to multiply those. I'm going to ignore my bases now, set my exponents equal. So my exponent here is going to be 3 times 3x equals 5. 3 times 3x is 9x equals 5. Divide both sides by 9. X equals 5 over 9. Okay, so now we're all set. You should be good to go on 6.2.